Hi guys, my name is Goela. I'm an investor, trainer, and mentor in stock markets, and we provide a full stock market course from the basics to the advanced level. If you're interested in that, you can go down in the description and you can check out that link. नाउ इन दिस वीडियो हम क्या करने वाले हैं, ये वीडियो ना बहुत डिफरेंट होने वाली है. क्यों? इस वीडियो में यू विल ओनली सी द पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन. मैं डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, सो लेट्स सी हाउ इट वर्क्स आउट. तो मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में बताना, डू यू प्रेफर दिस काइंड ऑफ वीडियो और डू यू प्रेफर वीडियो जहाँ पे आप मुझे देख सकते हो ऑन द कैमरा, राइट? सो दिस वीडियो विल बी डिफरेंट और ये वीडियो अच्छी लंबी होगी. वाई? और ये बहुत पावरफुल सेशन होने वाला है बिकॉज इस वीडियो में आपको समझाऊंगा व्हाट इज द इन्वेस्टर ट्रेडर जर्नी. इफ यू वांट टू बी एन इन्वेस्टर or a trader, irrespective ki what is your knowledge, your age, your experience, all of us, we will have that same investor trader journey. And I want you to see the entire video. I want you to see the entire investor trader journey and figure out karo aap kis stage mein ho, what stage are you in, and then act accordingly, right? It is going to be awesome. This session is going to be awesome. So I don't want to waste any more of your time in the intro ho chuka hai. Now let's get started with the investor trainer journey, and this session is awesome. So watch it till the very end. Enjoy. Let's talk about the investor trader journey. What is the journey that I took? What is the journey you will be taking, or you are in middle of it? So I'm going to explain you everything. Now first, when you enter the beautiful world of stock market, it seems beautiful, it seems enticing, it seems something you want to get into very fast, right? And here comes the stage number one, is that you don't know where to start. Because stock markets, it seems so intimidating that you don't know where to start. Why? Because you don't know what should your first step be. Everything seems so complicated. You might try reading the newspaper, you might try listening to the news, but if you're like me, if you're just an average student, you will not understand anything. Then you don't know who to listen to. You don't even know which book to start reading. Ultimately, what happens? We try and consume more and more information, which makes stock markets even more confusing for us. Then when we do this, we enter the stage 2, which is we run after tips. Yes. Why is this? Because when we want to enter stock markets, right, we want to start. So what do we do? Because there's so much information, there's so much confusion, you will start taking random tips from random people, like family, like your friends. And then you will go to the world called internet. Now on internet, you will find several videos on YouTube which have a thumbnail saying earn 30 lakhs in one day, 5 crores in 1 week, and these titles, and those will entice you, right? Or you could go to the so-called professionals on television and you can follow their tips. What I personally did in this stage, when I was in this stage, I tried to copy big investors' portfolio. I thought that the easiest way to earn is to just copy Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's, Manish Pabrai's, Howard Marks. I want to copy and imitate their portfolio. I will definitely make profits. But the problem I faced is that recently the news came that Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had invested in DHFL. But how much? Yes, he has invested in DHFL, but what is the weightage of DHFL in his portfolio? Is it 50% in his portfolio DHFL, or it's 0.5%? Because the weightage of that holding of DHFL in Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's portfolio will make the entire difference for me to buy DHFL or not. And secondly, I don't even know if the news is credible or not, right? And the thing that always works is hire a service provider who will provide you tips on SMS, right? And we all know several people have made profit from that. Yay. By the way, if you didn't get it, it's an absolute joke. Hiring a service provider for tips will never give you any kinds of returns, right? When you face all this, then what happens? In search of finding tips, you enter the stage number 3, that is finding a group of friends. You will end up finding a group of friends, maybe on the internet, or maybe in your workplace, in your office, or maybe in your businesses adjacent to you, or maybe in your friend circle. Anywhere you will find people who are also interested in stock markets. And this, unfortunately, more than always ends up to be a bad friend circle. Why is that? Because with time, you will find friends who also are interested in stock markets. But the problem is, this friend circle will be a friend circle of your competence, because of course when I started I did not have much knowledge about stock markets. So obviously my circle, the circle of people I knew for my investments and trading, which I made a circle of friends, even they were all freshers. Now all of them were completely closed minded. We used to think that okay, we've got this strategy, we've learned this strategy, and we used to make fun of other investment traders that how stupid are they can't even make profits on stock market is the easiest place to be. How can someone not make profit in stock markets, right? And I'll be very honest with you, the biggest problem is that when till the point you're in that friend circle, you always have a closed mind. You think you know everything and the entire world is full of idiots. And till date, I genuinely feel shame and regret about the things I've said about other investors. Because now I can tell you, in stock markets, no one is right, no one is wrong. Now, when you get this friend circle, you want to invest. And what do you want to invest in? That is the stage number 4. That is buying cheap stocks. Yes, buying cheap stocks. And this is the worst thing you can do, or anyone can do, right? Why is this? Because when you start, you have a small capital to start, obviously. Now you want to make money fast and you want to make money easy. Now don't lie to me, everyone does that. Even when I entered stock markets, I had a very clear thing that I want to make money fast and I want to make it very easily. I remember at that time I had a filter that I would only buy the stocks whose share price is below the price of 30. I would only buy stocks whose share price is below the price of 30. Why is that? And you could be in the same situation. Why is that? Because buying cheap stocks, it's psychologically much more comfortable. Because 30 can easily go to 60. 30 can easily go to 40. Right? So it has a psychological edge to you when people, because see how a stock market plays. Stock market is a situation that it has our human psychological bend is designed not to win in stock market. That is why people lose money. That's one of the major reasons why people lose money. I'll show you a case study of what am I talking about when I say by buying cheap stocks. Let's say you have a portfolio of 10,000, right? You want to invest 10,000. Now there are two options in front of you. First is stock A. The share price of stock A is 10 rupees. And then there is stock B. The share price of stock B is 1,000 rupees. Stock A is rupees 10 per share. Stock B is rupees 1,000 per share. And you can only invest 10,000. Which share would you want to buy? Now, if with 10,000 rupees, I buy stock A, which is at the price of 10 rupees, I can buy 1,000 stocks. And with stock B, I can only buy 10 stocks. Now, which one would you prefer? Let's be honest. Buying 10 stocks does not give you any adrenaline. It does not give you any excitement to see that you have 10 stocks in your demat account. You want 1,000 stocks. You want a good quantity. So clearly, because of that feeling, because you want to have good amount of shares, you want to have a big amount of shares, and psychologically, what do you think? That I'm only getting 10 stocks, on the other hand, I'm getting 1,000 stocks. You will obviously choose the stock A. Why? Because it has a psychological benefit to it. And it's got a feel-good factor to it, right? I want to own 1,000 stocks, not 10 stocks. Second thing you'll see here is that what I thought at that time, that if price of stock A went from 10 rupees to 12 rupees, only a 2 rupee jump would give me 20% profit. Right? Price of stock A from 10 rupees to 12 rupees, only a 2 rupee jump would give me a 20% profit. Whereas in stock B, the price would have to go to 1,000 rupees to 1,200 rupees to give me 20%. The price of stock B would have to go from 1,000 rupees to 1,200 rupees to give me the same 20% profit. In stock A, I only need the stock to go up by 2 rupees. In stock B, I need the stock to go up by 200 rupees. Which seems more possible? Clearly, stock A. Because yes, in a day, the stock can move 2 rupees up easily. But in a day, a stock moving 200 rupees is difficult. Seems difficult. Then, and remember, when we are at this stage, we want to make money in stock markets fast and quick. So what is the better option here? Clearly stock A. Why? Because I buy more quantity And just by increasing price of 1 or 2 rupees, I can make a massive profit of 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50% profit. Right? But in reality, the situation is very different. Yes, I have a psychological benefit buying cheaper stocks, but in reality, if you see stocks price 10 rupees, the probability of such stocks doing well, like stock A, the probability of such stocks doing well is only 1 out of 10. And trust me, I'm giving the benefit of advantage to stock A. Where the probability of 1,000 rupees share to do well, of stock B to do well, is 8 out of 10, if not for sure. The probability of stock A to do well is 1 out of 10, and the probability of stock B to do well is 8 out of 10. So, does stock A make sense? No. But at this stage, we don't understand. So I thought, okay, now because I had suffered a loss in this, now I thought the real answer is this next stage, which is stage number 5, fundamental analysis, the road to fundamental analysis. Yes, I wanted to be smart, I wanted to play with numbers, and just picture fundamental analysis. What do you see? You see newspapers, you see TVs, you see numbers, and I wanted to get into that world. I thought that this is the step and that this is the new way for me. Now, yes, I definitely thought fundamental analysis is the way for me. But there's a huge difference between annual reports and reality. I saw that companies, if you read their annual reports, they would be doing fantastic. Their numbers would be outperforming everything. But in reality, the company would not be performing. The company's products won't be doing well to its competitors' products, or the company's services won't be doing well in the marketplace. And I dare you to do this. Take the annual report of any company and tell me if you can invest in a share or not, just by looking at the annual report of the company. Why? It's not possible because it is so complicated. I can't even tell you how many annual reports I've gone through. I've read the board of directors report, I've read the shareholders report, the cash flows, the equity shareholding, the balance sheet, the profit and loss, the quarterly profit and loss. It is endless. And the problem is, in annual reports, there's a lot of information which an investor does not need in practical form of investing. Ultimately, because there's so much of information, there is no end to the analysis. You feel, no, this is not right, no, this is not right, no, this is not right. And you end up taking no action. You know what I felt? I felt in this stage that I became a knowledgeable investor. If anyone wants to discuss stock markets with me, if anybody wants to discuss finances with me, I could throw big jargons at that person. I was a knowledgeable investor, but I was not a profitable investor. And I am here in stock markets not to become a knowledgeable person. I am here in stock markets to fulfill my dreams, to achieve my financial goals. I'll give you a very small example. Like, I'm sure if you have been looking into stock markets, there's a very basic concept of price earning, right? And I think on every YouTube channel, this topic has been taken once at least. To be fair, even I have taken it up in my YouTube channel, right? Now, what is the logic? That you buy when the price earning of a stock of a company is low, and you sell when a price earning of a company is high. Simple. But in reality, you will see that the companies with a high price earning are much more probable to do better. Companies with a low PE ratio, they get stuck in that same pattern. They either go down or stay in that same level. But companies who have excruciatingly high PE, they are more probable to do better. I'll give you examples. Procter & Gamble, Pidilite, Hindustan Unilever, Asian Paints, DMart, Google, Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway. Right? So, I saw this, that there was a big difference between on paper and reality. And yes, I also realized this, that numbers could be misguided. So this was not the truth. What was the absolute truth? That nobody can misguide. What is the absolute truth? Which is the clear representation of the company. And that, my friend, is the share price. And you know what is the study of share price and volumes called? That is called the stage number 6, which is the introduction to technical analysis. Yes. Now, being in the age of internet, probably you might be someone who has discovered technical analysis before fundamental analysis. But if you see the actual investor trader journey, one discovers fundamental first and then technicals. Now, when I entered the world of technicals, I was mesmerized by all the lights, mesmerized by all the algorithms, and mesmerized by how simple it was. I thought that I have found gold. It seems so easy. And then again, I started questioning other traders that how the hell can one say that stock market is not profitable? It is so easy. It's so easy to own stock markets. Just follow the technicals, right? And the worst part which I feel during this stage is that, and probably you are also in that same situation, is that you will see that you are trying to memorize all strategies. You go to different YouTube channels, you read different books, you go to different stock market gurus, and you try to memorize this strategy, right? Strategies like sell when RSI is 30, buy, I've said the opposite, buy when RSI is 30, sell when RSI is 70, right? Sell and buy on moving average crossovers, right? Sell and buy using trends, using stochastics, using MACD. All those things are okay, and I was also trying to just memorize them. But I never understood the concept behind them. Why should you sell when RSI is 70? Have you thought about it? Why should you sell when in the moving averages crossovers? Why should you do that? We don't understand the concept. The problem here in the States is that we are just trying to memorize things. And do you think just by great traders like Martin Pring, Hessel Livermore, they've become great just by memorizing those strategies? Right? I'll talk about memorizing later, right? So first, when I entered technical analysis, I thought I had found gold, guys, right? I questioned that how can other traders not earn money? This is so simple. Because technical analysis in the past, it looks to be foolproof. Then how can one not earn money? Now, because I wanted to earn money quickly, I started taking high leverages. If people who are out there who are beginning, who don't know what leverages are, so basically, broker gives you a technically, if very easier words, if you want me to put it in, a broker gives you a loan on your investment so that your portfolio increases. So if I have 1 lakh, the broker can give me 10 times margin, so I can invest 10 lakhs, right? Now, investing on leverages, I work on high risk and high reward basis. Now, this problem was that I did not have any consistency. I wanted to make technicals my source of income, but that was not possible. Why? Because yes, there were days where I made a killing, where I made an absolute killing. There were days for this. But there were also days where my entire capital used to finish and had to get fresh capital into it. So there was no consistency. I could not call the income from technical analysis as my consistent income. The number one requirement for an income is not to be very high. It is to be consistent. Only then it can be called an income, right? Now, another problem I saw that people make, and even I was making, that I had a different strategy to buy and a different strategy to sell. So suppose if I am buying using head and shoulder patterns, I am buying using candlestick patterns, I am selling using stochastics. I'm selling with moving averages. I'm selling with supports and resistances. Now, the main issue I had in this stage, that after spending about a year with technical analysis, at the end of the year, and I can bet it for a fact that if you are someone who has already been investing, if you have a demat account and you have been investing since at least 3 to 4 months, I can bet that if you look into your demat account, you will have the same situation I did. The problem which I had is that I had only loss-making stocks. All the good stocks I had sold in 5 rupees, 10 rupees, or maybe 20 rupees profit. I had sold them. And those stocks which I had sold at a profit are now sitting at altogether different peak. But the stocks in which I was having losses, I have bought more of them and I have averaged down on them. So I'm stuck with the losers and all my profit makers have gone. And I've sold them too early. And I'm stuck with the loss-making stocks. Is this the same situation with your demat account? Yes or yes? And this happens with everyone. Why? I'll tell you the main reason why. Because the biggest problem is that we are trying to discipline ourselves. We think that in stock markets and life, we need to be disciplined. My friend, we are wrong in this. You know why? Because who are disciplined? Who are disciplined? Do you want to know who are disciplined? The only creatures that are disciplined are animals. Animals are disciplined. We are humans. Humans, you need to understand. Tell me about this. Think very logically. Do you discipline yourself not to jump off a moving vehicle? Do you discipline yourself not to jump from the roof? Why? Why don't you discipline yourself? Because you know the outcome. You understand. Because if you do that, if you jump off a moving vehicle, if you jump off the roof, you might get severely injured or even die. You understand. So you don't need to discipline yourself. You only need to discipline yourself wherein you do not know the outcome. And hence, just by trying to memorize strategies, just by trying to follow or copy someone, you will never be successful. Do you think the great investors just copy strategies and just memorize strategies? No, they understand it and they come to the final stage, the stage number 7, where you finally make a system. And I'm till there, I thank God. I'm folding my hands right now, you can't see it. I thank God for the fact that I could manage this stage. You make a system. What is your system? Which is the final stage? Is that it removes all emotions of greed and fear. You'll see, and if you've been in stock markets for so long, you'll see that in stock markets, it's more your emotional quotient that affects you than the intellectual quotient. It's your greed and fear that makes you sell against your strategy. It's your greed or fear which will make you act otherwise. A system removes all your emotions. It's a very clear process. It uses the best of both worlds. When I made a system, I took the best of fundamental analysis and the best of technical analysis. If you are someone who's telling me that Harsh, I only want to do technical analysis, that no Harsh, I only want to do fundamental analysis, my friend, if you're saying that, then you are in that closed mind stage. A great investor has to know both fundamentals and technicals and do what suits him. You need to make a system for yourself, like I have done. So that, now take my system. I earn money without losing sleep, or more importantly, without losing my capital. I earn consistent profits on a sustainable basis. This is why I'm here right now. I can call stock markets my main source of income and wealth, and I'm going to make that for you. You don't need to worry about that. And every great investor has a system, and every great investor has made their system according to their specific needs, their biases, their nature, everything. Right? In stock markets, there's no one size fits all. That's why you can't copy. That's why especially tips don't work. Right? I'll give you examples like Warren Buffett. What's Warren Buffett's system? He only wants to buy businesses he can understand. Let's take Vijay Kedia. Vijay Kedia only buys mid-cap and small-cap stocks. Let's take Mark Mobius. Mark Mobius, he only wants to invest in the emerging countries. And I am going to tell you my system. Every great investor has that system. You know why? Because like this, read this. Read it. People fail, systems don't. And when you're reading it, say it out loud. People fail, systems don't. I am going to give you my system. People fail, systems don't. I am going to give you my system. And I'm going to make sure that you tweak it according to your needs. Right? And this system is the reason I'm here. This system is the reason I've achieved so much in such a young age. This system is the reason I became a trainer for Bombay Stock Exchange. I trained on behalf of Bombay Stock Exchange at the age of 24. This system is the reason I am sitting here at this stage. And you are listening to me, more importantly. This is what you need. Now, it doesn't matter what you have studied. If you're a 10th class dropout, it doesn't matter. If you're a CA, if you're an MBA or a CFA, it does not matter. Your age, it does not matter. If you're 25, if you're 18 years old, 25 years old, 35, 45, 65, 85, your age does not matter. Your experience does not matter. All of us will start the journey being at the same point. When all of us start our investor trader journey, we start at the same point, which is stage 1, which is having no idea at all. Yes, a lot of people don't believe this, but trust me when I tell you this, this is the case. So don't give yourself reasons that I don't have much knowledge about this, or my age, I'm very young, or I'm very old, or I have too much experience or too less experience. It does not matter. All of you will start at the same stage in the investor trader journey, which is stage number 1, don't know where to start. You will not know where to start. Right? Now, a lot of people come into world of stock markets, and everyone at some point of time, they are interested in stock markets. But because this world seems so intimidating, I don't know why, actually it's very simple. A lot of people, without even putting any effort, majority of the people actually just move out from this line itself, right? Then people come to the second stage, going for tips, because they don't know who to approach, so they start taking tips. Now here again, majority of the people come out. Why? Because they face loss in tips, and they ultimately have a notion that stock markets, dost, is a gamble. Stock markets is a pure gamble, and it's a evil in society, as the protocols call it, right? As society stereotypes call it more accurately. So people move out. Then people who are left move to the third stage, which is having a friend circle. Now again, some people just get stuck in this friend circle, and other people, they move ahead to the stage where they started buying cheap stocks. Now where people are buying cheap stocks, either majority of the people here will lose out on their capital, and they will quit stock markets, again blaming stock markets, that stock market is a place of gamble. And the people who still remain go to the next stage, which is the world of fundamental analysis. Now the problem is, when you're in this stage, you become very knowledgeable. You are the best person to be in a party. You are the best person to show off about knowledge, but you are still not profitable. Then you go, again, majority of the people move out of fundamental analysis, and then the remaining people move on to technical analysis. Now the problem, what is the problem with technical analysis? Is that people are only trying to memorize things because of their emotions, because of they're trying to discipline themselves or not trying to understand it. They end up not making consistent profits, and they'll take high risk, they'll take high leverages, and chances are they will get wiped out with time, or they will just give up and start a job or take a business. I messed that up. Or start a business or take a job, right? And the people who are remaining, and trust me, if 100 people enter in stock markets, is only one person who reaches here, which is that you build a success system and you complete your investor trader journey, you reach the pinnacle. And out of all the investors and traders alike who enter the stock markets, millions of investors and traders alike enter the stock markets every day with a dream of financial freedom, every day to earn big worldwide. I'm talking about, it's only 1% who actually reach here. Now you have two options with you. First, you need to realize that where are you standing in the investor trader journey? Where are you standing in this journey? See yourself, critique yourself, understand what are your thoughts. And trust me, whatever I've gone through, you are going to go through the same thing, because no matter your age, your experience, no matter how much you've studied, all of us, we start from the same stage where we don't know how to start. Congratulations! I'm very happy that you've completed the entire video. आपने देखा what is the investor trader journey like? And trust me, you will go through the same journey which I have been through. I have been in stock markets for almost 10 years now. Actually, it's more than 10 years now. Right? I have trained more than 2 lakh people. और जिससे भी टच में आया हूँ, सबकी जर्नी यही होती है. So it's very important for you to see आप उस investor trader journey में किधर हो and आप कैसे आगे बढ़ना चाहते हो. So I hope you like the video. Like करो, subscribe करो, नीचे comment करके मुझे बताओ what are your thoughts. नीचे comment करके बताओ what have you gone through the same things. क्या आपके साथ वो same चीज़ हो चुकी है? क्या आप कौन से step में हो? आप कौन से step journey में हो? Are you in the technical analysis phase? Are you in the penny stock phase? मुझे वो सारे phases बताओ so that all of us can know हम एक दूसरे कौन से phase में, so that we can help each other accordingly. It's going to be awesome. बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आने वाला है. And if you want more interesting content like this, join our value mails. Link is in the description below. It's free of cost. Join it there so that we keep on giving you updates on what's happening on the stock markets. Right? That was it for today. I hope you like this session. I hope you like the masterclass. My name is Goela from Goela School of Finance, financially empowering you.